Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, for joining us for our virtual college visit series. Today, we have Miss Amanda Wolk with the University of Tennessee. We're very fortunate to have her with us here today. She is going to share some information about their university with you all. During the time of her giving her presentation, if you could please hold any questions that you might have to the end and place them in the chat at that time. Otherwise, we are going to just pass it off to Miss Wolk and to get us started. Thank you so much. Miss Wolk.
All right. Hey guys, my name is Amanda, and I am a regional recruiter for the University of Tennessee. So I live in Virginia, and I just work with students from Virginia to kind of help you through the process, answer any questions you have, and just generally help you on your path to becoming a Vol. So I want to start today by showing a quick video so you can kind of become more familiar with UT, see some of the cool things that we have to offer, and just get a kind of general overview of campus. And then I'll get into some of what we offer and admissions information as well. So hopefully you enjoy the video, and it's a good introduction to the university for you.
UT is more than college, it's more than university. It's more like a family.
I chose to come to University of Tennessee because I wanted to make sure that when I went to a place that the people around me were like proud to be here. University of Tennessee, it's contagious. Everybody around is like saying go Vols, wearing orange, doing whatever they can to just support the school because they're so proud to be here.
There's a place where you belong. Here at UT, there's a sport, there's a club, there's a group that's made for you, so it's really easy to find your place here.
We have so many different clubs and organizations here. There's a chilling and grilling club. So if you want to do something like that, go ahead, but just absolutely get involved because that's how you get the most out of your university.
Like on the first day of class, you can just sit next to somebody, and then by the end of the semester, y'all can be best friends.
I was really surprised at UT how we're such a big school, but it has that small school feel. I meet a lot of people in my classes that I'll see almost every day walking around campus, and you wouldn't think you'd see that with 20,000 people, but you see a lot of people that you know.
UT taught me a lot about being a volunteer and volunteering not just my money, but my time and my talent back in the community to try to make it a better place. It was definitely one of the best educations I could get for how affordable it was. I wouldn't be here at all if it wasn't for the friends I made in class or the professors I met. Every single school has the ability for you to really explore what you do.
There's so much to do off campus in Knoxville. That's one of my favorite parts. That's one of the reasons why I came to the university.
You got the river right beside campus, you got the Smoky Mountains down the road, but there's also some little cool spots like downtown, at Market Square, the Sun Sphere. Once I got here, I just absolutely loved the atmosphere. Sometimes you just have that feeling inside you like, all right, this is the right place.
Looking for an incredible value and an incredible community that's investing in its community, that's investing in people to come here and learn, UT is the place to be.
All right, hopefully that was a good introduction to the university for you. The next thing that I want to talk about is our home, which is Knoxville, Tennessee. We are in the eastern part of Tennessee. I think we have a great location. One of the things that I love the most is that our campus is located right in downtown Knoxville, but our campus is very enclosed within the city. So when you're on campus, you kind of feel like you're in a small college town. Everything is very close, easy to walk. And once you get off campus, you're right in downtown Knoxville where there's always fun things to do, lots of great restaurants, and also really good co-op and internship opportunities for our students since there is so much industry nearby in Knoxville. Something else I love is that the Tennessee River is our front yard and the Great Smoky Mountains are our backyard. So if you are interested in outdoorsy things, we have over 1,000 miles of hiking trails in the Knoxville area, and we're about an hour from the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which is the most visited national park in the country. As far as our location for you guys, we're about 6 hours or so from the Richmond area. So I think it's a great distance away from home because you're far enough away where you get a completely different experience. I don't think that there are any colleges or universities in Virginia that have the same atmosphere that we do, but you're still close enough where you can drive home if you want to. We also have an airport about 15 minutes from campus, so easy to fly back and forth from home if that's what you prefer to do. We are within a day's drive of half the United States population. We're located about 2 hours or so from Asheville, North Carolina, about 2.5 hours from Nashville, and about 3 hours from Atlanta. So lots of fun weekend trips that our students can take if they want to. Next, just a little bit about the university. We do have about 24,000 undergraduate students. I think that's a great size because you get all the perks of a big school, big Division I athletics, lots of research opportunities. We are a Tier 1 research institution, but it still feels pretty small. Our faculty to student ratio is 17-1, and 71% of our classes have 50 students or less. Another perk of a larger institution is that we have over 360 different programs of study, so you can pretty much major in anything that you want to at UT. I'll tell you about our 9 different academic colleges and some of the programs that they offer. Our Herbert College of Agriculture is home to our vet school, so we are one of 30 accredited vet schools in the United States. We have other programs like wildlife and fishery sciences, as well as forestry, and a lot of other agriculture majors as well. Our College of Architecture and Design is home to architecture, interior architecture, and graphic design. Our College of Arts and Sciences is our largest college. This college is home to our pre-professional programs. So if you're interested in doing pre-med or pre-pharmacy or pre-law, fun fact, we also have a law school on our campus. The College of Arts and Sciences could be your home. The Haslam College of Business has lots of fun business majors like supply chain management, public administration, human resource management, as well as some of your regular business majors like marketing, management, and economics. Our College of Communication Information is home to majors like advertising, public relations, and journalism. Our College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences is home to programs like education and kinesiology. Our Tickle College of Engineering has pretty much every area of engineering you might want to do, and we are the #1 ranked metallurgical engineering program in the country. Our College of Nursing offers a direct admit nursing program, and our College of Social Work is our smallest college with a 4-to-1 faculty to student ratio. One thing I like to talk about with students from Virginia is the Academic Common Market. This is a program where if a major is not offered in your home state, you're able to go out of state for in-state tuition. So there are 8 majors that are offered to students from Virginia. You can come in these starting your freshman year, and we do not limit the number of students that participate. So you could potentially get in-state tuition all 4 years at UT. Supply chain management is definitely the most popular major for students from Virginia. That program is ranked within the top 5 in the country, so that's one of our strongest programs. Another program that we're really well known for is our nuclear engineering program. It is one of the oldest and most prestigious programs in the entire country. Kind of another fun fact is that we are located right down the road from Oak Ridge National Laboratory, which is the largest Department of Energy research facility in the country. So there are lots of great research opportunities for our students, also co-ops and internships, and it is home to the world's 2nd largest supercomputer. So that's pretty cool too. Other majors for Virginia students are linguistics, interior architecture, anthropology, special education, Portuguese, and sacred music. So definitely check out these programs if they are interesting to you so that you can get in-state tuition at the University of Tennessee. So next, I just want to talk a little bit about campus life. This is something that I think really sets the university apart, are our students. There is so much school spirit at UT. When you come on campus, you'll see that pretty much everybody is wearing orange. We have close to a 90% retention rate, so the majority of our students come back after their freshman year, which I think is a great sign. And we also have a really awesome alumni network. We have over 300,000 alumni, so something that we say at UT is your Evolve for life. So we hope that you will join our volunteer family and be Evolve for life. I'm going to hit on a few high points, things students usually ask me about when it comes to campus life. You are required to live on campus as a freshman. We have 14 different residence halls for our students and lots of different housing styles. You can definitely check out the housing website if you want to do some virtual tours. We also have 14 different living and learning communities. So that's where you live with people that you share a common interest with. Typically, it's going to be your major. So for example, we have communities for our business students, engineering students, our honors students. So that's kind of a really good way to make your campus experience feel a little bit smaller. You live with the people that you go to class with, you can study together, and so your circle of familiar faces is going to be a little bit smaller if you live in a living learning community. 2 other things I usually get asked about a lot. Freshmen are required to have an unlimited meal plan, so you can go in and out of the dining hall as often as you want. You can also bring a car to campus your freshman year. But if you don't have a car, it's perfectly okay. There's lots of public transportation opportunities and ways that you can get around. We have over 600 clubs and organizations at UT, so there is pretty much anything that you want to do, whether it's the Chillin' and Grillin' Club that you heard in our video or the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We have a wide range of clubs so that there's a home for everybody on our campus. Intramural and club sports are very popular. We offer over 40 different club teams, so if you are an athlete in high school and you want to continue but not at the Division I level, you can still compete against other colleges and universities in our club sports programs. We are Division I, we compete in the SEC, so athletic events are kind of an important part of our campus. Kind of a fun fact, Neyland Stadium, which is right behind me, is one of the top 5 largest football stadiums in the entire country. It is also the 5th largest city in Tennessee on game day. So if you have not been to a big Southern football game, definitely recommend it. The school spirit and excitement is infectious. We have lots of cool game day traditions. So definitely, it will be probably one of your favorite things you do at UT. Even if you don't like football, it's fun just to be a part of that environment. Next, about 23% of our students do participate in fraternities and sororities. So if you're interested in Greek life, definitely check out that. But if you're not, totally okay. We have tons of other things you can get involved in. Something else we're really committed to at UT is student success. So we have a fabulous Center for Career Development. If you don't know what you want to major in or what you want to do when you grow up, they will help you do interest inventories, help you to pick a major if that's something you're not sure of. They will also help you to find co-ops and internships and jobs when you graduate. One of the nice things about having such a large alumni network is that our Vols for Life love to look out for our students and help them with employment opportunities. We also have a wonderful academic success center. So lots of academic resources like tutoring, academic coaching, pretty much anything you need to be successful we have on our campus. Something that's new this year that we're really excited about is our Vol Success teams. And so this is a team that is assigned to you your freshman year that consists of your academic advisor, an academic coach, as well as a one-stop counselor. So all 4 years that you're at UT, you always have a familiar face that you can go to get your questions answered, whether it's about your classes or how to seek out academic resources, or maybe you just have questions about how to pay your bill or scholarships. There is your team that is there to help you and support you your entire 4-year career at UT. Next, just briefly touch on study abroad. Obviously, we don't have students abroad right now, but prior to COVID, we had students in every continent but Antarctica and in over 50 countries. So lots of great opportunities to study abroad that will hopefully be back by the time you are on our campus. Next, I think a lot of times when students are looking at big Southern schools, they're looking for all that school spirit and rich history and traditions. So I picked out a few of my traditions or a few of my favorite traditions that I just want to talk to you about today. The first one maybe isn't so much a tradition, but Smokey is our mascot. I think Smokey is the cutest mascot in all of college. He is a blue tick coonhound and he is very beloved on our campus. We have a birthday party for him every year and we have statues of him all over campus. So if you do come visit, definitely take a selfie with Smokey. I mentioned before we have some awesome game day traditions. One of those is that we are one of the only places in the country where you can sailgate instead of tailgate because of our location right on the river. So we have a lot of fans that bring their boats to games. They call themselves the Vol Navy. And so definitely recommend taking part in our sailgating tradition if you do join us on Rocky Top. Another fun tradition is our Vol Walk. That happens prior to football games where our football team and our band and our cheerleaders kind of do a parade through campus and our fans line the street as a way to welcome them into our stadium before the game. Next, you'll see the rock. This is kind of a central part of our campus. It is a rite of passage to paint the rock at some point in your Tennessee career. Sometimes it gets painted up to 3 or 4 times a day, so you never know what you're going to see on the rock. It might be an announcement. It might be a proposal to your significant other. You'll see on this one that Smokey is beating up the Florida Gator prior to a game against Florida. Next is our torchbearer. He is kind of the symbol of our volunteer creed. We are the only school in the nation that are volunteers, and we are really proud of that. We have a great Center for Leadership and Service, so you can get involved not only on campus, but also in the greater Knoxville community. So leadership and service is something that's very important to us. So if that's something that's important to you, then UT may be a good fit. And then the last one is our torch night, kind of taking from the torch bearer. We have a ceremony the first week of school when students get there and everyone lights their torches together. It's kind of a way to symbolize your entry into the volunteer family. So it's generally held in our basketball arena, but this year we still had a socially distanced torch night and it kind of spread out across campus. So we still hold on to our traditions even during a pandemic. Next, I'll talk a little bit about our application information. We have had a number of changes this year. The biggest of which is that we are test optional this year. I just want to take a couple minutes to kind of just talk to you about that. I think a lot of students have some confusion when it comes to test optional, and I just want to reassure you that you are fully considered for admissions, scholarships, and our honors and scholars programs if you do not submit test scores. You will not at all be at a disadvantage if you don't have test scores. The application process is almost the same. So really the only difference is if you are not happy with your test scores or you don't have scores yet, I definitely recommend applying test optional to give yourself the best chance of admission. One thing to consider too is that you can apply test optional and then send us scores later, but you cannot say you're going to send us scores and then decide you want to be test optional. So the application process, like I said, is pretty much the same. We do take both a VIP application, which you can find on our website, as well as the Common App. You can use whichever one is more convenient for you. We don't have a preference. In addition, this year, we are asking that you self-report your grades. So if you are applying to schools like Virginia Tech, Delaware, Pittsburgh, LSU, they all use the same program we do. So if you're applying to any of those schools, you only have to do it one time and then link it to your Tennessee application. We do ask that you fill out your SRAR within 2 weeks after you submit your application so that you can get a decision on time. We do have a great website with lots of helpful tips and frequently asked questions. So if you need help with filling out your SRAR, definitely check the link that is at the bottom of this slide. Additionally, we do require one essay. It's going to be the Common App essay. So if you've done the Common App, then you already have a big part of our application done. And if you are applying test optional, there is an additional essay that's required, and that essay is going to be about leadership. Additionally, there are two components of the application that are recommended but not required. That's going to be recommendation letters as well as the supporting statement. Sometimes that supporting statement is kind of confusing for some students. They're not sure what to write. Basically, my advice is if you have something to write that you think is going to add value to your application, then put it there. So say you've had extenuating circumstances or you've done something really cool that you want to tell us about, but don't feel like you have to write it if you don't have anything to say. It's not going to hurt you to leave it blank. It can only help strengthen your application, especially if you're applying test optional, because it gives us something else to consider. Something else to keep in mind with our admissions process is that we do recalculate your GPA. So we're going to take these 16 core courses, add a ½ point for honors and a point for AP, IB, or dual enrollment credits. Side note, we will accept your credit for those AP, IB, or dual enrollment classes. You can check our website to see how those will transfer in. Keep in mind, these are not requirements. These are just the courses that go into your GPA recalculation. So if you're missing any of these classes, it's perfectly okay. We'll just leave it out of your GPA recalculation. If you have more credits in a subject than what we're looking for, we're going to take your highest grades. So say, for example, you have 3 years of foreign language, you have 2 A's and a B. We're going to take those 2 A's and the B is going to drop off. So just keep in mind that the GPA that we use for both admissions and scholarships often looks very different than the GPA that is on your transcript. Next thing I want to talk about is our important dates. This year we have an early action deadline of November the 2nd. I do recommend that students apply by this deadline for a number of reasons. Always best not to put things off, but if you do want to wait, our regular admission deadline is December the 15th. In previous years, we have sent decisions out on a rolling basis. So if you looked at our admissions information last year or sat in on this presentation last year, I would have told you that your decision would come out 4 to 6 weeks after you apply. This year, everybody is going to be notified at the same time. So if you apply early action, you'll be notified mid-December. If you apply regular decision, you'll be notified in mid-February. Another good reason to apply early is if you are interested in competitive scholarships or our honors and scholars programs. I always tell students you don't want to leave free money on the table, so I do encourage you to apply for competitive scholarships. This is an additional application that's going to come after you complete your application for admission. If you are interested in honors and scholars, you just have to indicate on your application that you're interested and we will consider you. We do have 4 unique honors programs. They're all different in their own ways, but essentially they all provide additional resources and are going to give you an enhanced experience at UT. So definitely encourage you to look into our honors programs if that's something that you're interested in. Next, I want to talk about our institutional scholarships. These are scholarships that you have to apply by December 15th to be considered for, and they do not require an additional application. So these are in addition to competitive scholarships. There is lots of money on the table for you at UT, so definitely hope that, that you will consider it because it can be affordable to go out of state. The scholarships that you see on this screen are going to be based on your GPA and your test scores. This year, if you have at least a 3.6 and either a 24 or an 1160, you will be automatically considered and will receive money from us if you meet those minimum requirements. There's different tiers, higher GPA, higher test scores mean more money. But one thing to keep in mind is that we do super score. We will also recalculate your GPA at the end of your senior year. So if you're close to that 3.6 or 3.8 threshold, you could actually earn a scholarship after you graduate if you improve your GPA. We will also accept test scores through July 1st of next year. So that's almost a year away. So if you haven't tested yet or you're able to test again, you can keep sending us scores and improve your scholarship. So again, like I said, you will be fully considered if you do not have test scores. So this year we have our Beacon Scholarship. If you have at least a 3.8 GPA, you will automatically be considered for these. And we are going to look more at like your leadership, your service, your involvement and things like that. There is really no difference between these two scholarships. They are for exactly the same amounts. The biggest difference is that the other scholarships, you know exactly what you need to get them, whereas the Beacon Scholarship is going to be a little bit more subjective. So again, just to reiterate, you are not at all at a disadvantage if you do not send test scores. You can still fully qualify for all of our scholarships if you are test optional. Last thing I want to talk about is just encourage you to visit. We are offering campus tours. They are smaller than they've been in the past, so I do encourage you to sign up pretty far in advance if you would like to visit campus. If you can't get on a tour or you're not comfortable going in a group, we do have an awesome self-guided tour that you can do if you want to come to Knoxville. Also, please let me know if you want to come visit. I'm happy to provide recommendations on things to do, places to eat, things like that. If you can't make it to campus, definitely check out our virtual visit website. We have tons of opportunities. If there's one thing that COVID has done is it's created more virtual content so you can enjoy our campus from the comfort of your couch if you want to. We are having open houses. We have the chance for you to talk to students. All of our departments have virtual content. You can even sit in on classes. So definitely encourage you to take advantage of all the things that are out there virtually so that you can learn more about UT. Thank you guys so much today. It was great to tell you more about the University of Tennessee. This is my information. Like I said, I am a regional recruiter, so I am based in Virginia, and I'm here to help you every step along the way. You can always reach me by email or by phone. I'm also happy to set up one-on-one visits if you want to meet with me or your parents want to meet with me. I have a calendar online where you can schedule an appointment. And definitely scan that QR code if you want more information. That's going to be an informational brochure that I would have given you if I could meet with you in person. It's got all of our majors and a lot of the key points that I hit today. So again, thank you so much for listening. Again, I'm always happy to help. So I hope that, that you will reach out if you need anything and join our Big Orange family.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wolk. We really appreciate you being with us here today, and we look forward to working with you this school year.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.